Good everyone, how are you guys going? Hopefully we're going well. Well, let's have a look what has been happening this week for me. It's been a very busy week personally and work-wise as well too. Well, we get along, so that's just normal day-to-day work happening here. And we're just going to have a little bit of a chat. Just waiting for as people come through. And just having a little bit of chat of as I was doing it's a lot of pressure. I've got a bit of computers to review, and I'm just chasing up for that as well too, same time. But really, I've been just doing some testaways with some GPUs. Hey, Callan, how are you going? Do you want to join me, Callan, on this live stream, mate, or you're just busy with something? Hey, I'll just have a quick look. And good to see you, Vidad. I thought you were dancing, Callan. But yeah, no. If there was free GPUs giveaways, that would be fantastic. I would actually like to see Nvidia give me some, or even AMD to give me some to give away. I might actually propose that, but I don't know if I am. You're in the city. Well, that's all right. You know you could just join me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know if you can hear or not. So if you can, then if you want to join me, just shoot me a Facebook message, and I'll shoot you an invite to the stream anyway. I've been here just testing out some of these GPUs, which are the workstation class, because I am due to actually do the review. So I am actually doing a bit of testing with this AMD W6800 here. Now, I did do some benchmarks for this this GPU here, and I back then, because I got this GPU, I think it was maybe a month and a half or 2 months ago. I can't remember when it was, when AMD sent it to me. Now, I've been running off the pre-production drivers, and I've just got this one back, and I was just having a look at the actual website, and I just found out these are now finally on for sale now. Now, because they're on the sale, I'm able to actually download the production drivers, and actually I'm just redoing all the tests that just before this stream here, and they have increased a little bit more performance than what I initially had from the pre-production drivers, so that's a good sign. So AMD has been working on a more, and it's more stable as well too, I found, as well as it's also a little bit more let's just say not as much heat as before. So they've actually have tuned the drivers for this W6800. Now, I am testing it against the, what's this one here, which is the RTX 5000, Quadro 5000, because that's its competitor. I have not got yet the new A5000. I am trying to get hold of one, or even the A6000. The A6000 is going to be interesting there. Now, when I was looking on before the stream, just to see the pricing of things, because now that we actually have the price for this, what's this, 6800, where is my little sheet of paper? It's an interesting price range, because what I was given is the USD price, so I'm giving you the AUD pricing for it. So here in Australia, I've just found one shop here down at Melbourne that actually sells this W6800 here in Australia, and this price is, let's have a look, it's $4,499, so about $4,500 for this W6800. That's in Australian dollars, so that's not too bad. When I actually have a look at the RTX 5000, which is this Quadro here, that one's currently going for about $32.99, so about $3,300. So even though this is a little bit more than $1,000 more, but it does have twice as much memory. Now, having looked at the scores, which I will publish when I do the review video, you'll actually see the scores. The scores on it is very interesting and I've also found some issues with some of the softwares may not support it, or I've actually had some issues running some of the benchmarks for the for some of the professional benchmarks, which just could not detect the card itself, which is kind of normal for a lot of AMD cards as well too. So if you're really in the market for a workstation class, this is a really good card, I have to say. If your applications can support this card, this is actually a really decent card. The performance on it is really good for its price, which I can see that AMD has been pushing this to hit around about that mid-range. They're not trying to fight the high flagship range for the Quadros, but this here is a very well-priced card, because the I think the A6000 is probably the kind of the closest one to this card here in terms of RAM wise. You're looking at around about 7,890. So basically $7,900. So that's the $8,000 compared to this is like half the price. So that has that same amount of VRAM if your applications require a lot of VRAM. But as for tensor cores, of course, the A6000 has a lot more in that. But you are paying twice as much for probably maybe an extra 20% more. So AMD have really priced a very well thing for this W6800. Now, that's just a quick review for it. Now, I'm going to actually try and have a little play. I know AMD doesn't really want me to try and do this, but I'm going to just for my own sake, and I'll probably do it as a live stream later on. I've got myself a 3080. Now this is a turbo edition one, so this is one of those new versions of it. And then this one here has a very similar sort of pretty much the same sort of look and feel as this Quadro RTX 5000. So it's not one of those chunky ones. I think it's only got one fan as well too. So it's only got one fan. Same with this Quadro. It's only got one fan, and this W6800 it's only got one fan as well. Whoa, okay. The 6800 only has one fan. So this is something that's very similar maybe to the. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same as the Founders Edition. I think, Callan, you might be able to help me out if you're still on, if that's similar to the Founders Edition of the 3080. So I'm going to put it against the 3080 to see how that goes there. But it has only got 10 gigs RAM, so it's very different in price. And I think they're about half the price of these 6800, but it is a workstation class, these ones are compared to a gaming class computer anyway. But those who are working on deep learning, these are the 3080s are very good for deep learning. If you're just doing some small data sets, but if you're getting big data sets and you want stability control, get the RTX 5000 because is really good for data sets because of that extra amount of memory. Now, I think what's the memory on this? I think it was like 16 gigs of memory on it. But if you've got even bigger data sets, when 48 gigs, is it 48? Let's have a look. Yeah, 32. Sorry, 32 gigs is even more. Whoa. But this one here, if you're doing deep learning, then you go learn RockM anyway. So because you need to translate it through it. So that's just something to know if I was want to have a chat with. And I love to hear what your thoughts on other GPUs. Now, I haven't really played with these as a gaming benchmarks. I will maybe run a few gaming benchmarks on this. Now, I am doing this. I have also got the A3000, which I'm going to try and run it, but that's not even close. That's only, I think, only about 8 gigs of RAM compared to these big workhorse GPUs. So if anyone's got any questions about these GPUs, like especially this 6800, because this 6800, if you have applications you want to see if it runs or not, just give me a buzz, because I've got this for maybe another week and that's it, and I've got to pass it back to AMD anyway. So if you've got an application that you want me to see if it is compatible or not, but I don't know if I've got licensing for that application to even say it, but shoot me in the comments or even in the chat anyway. So hello, Alex, how are you doing? That's good. Whoa, Oliver. Whoa, that's kind of nice, long way from here. I've never been there. I've saw it in Top Gear, and that's so it's. I guess it's on the other side of where America is. Is that correct? I'm not very good at my maps, so yeah. Anyway, so that's besides that there. I've also been testing out this Asus here. Whoa, I've been testing out this Asus Education. This one's for education here, so for little kids. I'm not sure if any of you guys are interested in this one here, but Asus has sent me this, which is the BR1100 FK or something. Now this is for education, for a little more closer to like primary school kids. High school kids, I don't know. But what this one had was one of the new Pentiums in here. And I'm going to have to say, I'm digging this new Pentium. It's not crazy fast. That's it. It's not crazy fast at all, but it will definitely has improved since the previous generation. The previous generation was barely unused, was what I would call single task and barely usable. But this one here, you can actually multitask it, and it will actually still run pretty well. Now, as for and off the battery life, I was actually quite amazed by the battery life on this computer here. I guess it's not really running that hard, but still the battery life is pretty decent here as well too. So I can imagine when we see more of these computers, these like lower and or the student education ones for students, or even for like the sort of more like low end mobile sort of like tablets that actually use the new Celerons and also the new Pentiums. I think they're going to be doing a lot better this year for sure for all those ones there. So that's something I am very happy to see Intel have improved on massively improved on this. Same with the 11th gen Tiger Lake H processor. That was a big, massive improvement as well too. So this new generation is got good hopes for Intel, fighting back for even just a general thing. So anyway, I was just having a look at if you guys have got any questions for me. I was going to try and keep this stream probably under 30 minutes this time. I did go quite a long time for the last stream. I haven't really got too much updates because I've just been slowly just doing some video editing. Okay, Andy, how are you doing? And I remember now you're from South Australia. I remember in my head after many times of asking you, I finally got it in my head. But yeah, so if you guys got any questions, shoot them away. But at the moment, it's just have a little fun with some of the graphics card that I'm actually having play with. Now, I have also got the A4000, the Quadro A4000 in a laptop, and it's going to be fun to actually see how that. I'm pushing this on laptops. So I can't put it in my test machines to see how they runs in this Threadripper, because I'm putting it all in the Threadripper computer, and I'm thinking it's going to be quite nice. Even the A4000, it's going to be still a nice GPU. Now that's coming from a laptop, so I can't really. I will put it in for my review, but I don't think I'm going to really put it out there too much, because it is in a laptop rather than a workstation. So it is going to be thermal throttled more than likely from even in on the Precision 7760 anyway. So yeah. Now, g'day, Angel. You're waiting for the full review for the 5760. Yes, I will. I am on the way to do that. I have a lot on my hands. I am going to have to get that done. I'm hoping I'm going to do that in probably about next week. I had started testing. So did you wanted to know what have I actually done? Have I got any of the thermals here? Just give me a second. Let me have a look at my things. Let me have a look. I'm wondering if you're after the thermals. Have I actually done the thermals on this yet? I started on the thermals. Yes, I have. I've done the thermals. If you wanted to have a look at the thermals, I'm sorry, this is just the pure rawness of it. So if you wanted to take a quick screenshot of this is the thermals for when I tested it out. So, well, I'm going to try and get that back anyway. So that is the thermals for it. So I think at 100% load, you're looking at about 44 degrees Celsius. And it shoots around about 53 decibels. So this one over here is the internal core temperatures. So that might help you out for that. So if you want to have a look at that, though, I think that's the Precision 7560 anyway. So that one there has an i9 in there. So with the A3000. Is it A3000? Yeah, A3000. That has an A3000 in that one there. So that could run very hot, and that's probably I would say that is probably as hot as it will get. I don't think anyone can go higher than an i9. i9s run the hottest out of them all. Even the Xeon run a lot less than the i9s anyway. So I think that's going to help you do well. Now, I just wonder if I've done the 7700. Have I got the 77? Yes, I've done the 7760. Now, the 7760, if you wanted to know the 7760, how the temperatures. Now, this is a Xeon. So I'll just let you know, because it's taking me a bit of time to slowly get through them. As you can see, it's still blank, but I'll give you a quick show to see how the scores of that is. So you can see with the Xeon, and this is a 7760, so that's a 17-inch version, and you can see it's about 40 degrees Celsius and 47 decibels. So that is a lot better in terms of the heat, as well as especially the fan noise. So fan noise wise, you're looking a lot better in the 7700, but that is also the Xeon anyway, so it won't get as hot. But that's also got the A4000, so it is a a much faster GPU in there. So it is going to counteract to that. So I'm hoping those quick numbers, because I know it's going to take a bit of time to actually do the filming of all the other stuff, and then actually film out all the talking stuff as well too. So I know of those who are quickly in the market for it and just wanted to see the temperatures, because that is a big thing a lot of you guys are after. Now, as for the performance of it, they're actually pretty good. I think you should be. I don't think you even need to, or you probably do want to see the scores for it. But I can definitely tell you those scores are right up there. So you shouldn't be too shaken by the scores and all. But it's really about the temperatures a lot of people are after. So they do very well. Just to let you guys know. All right, let's have a look. Thank you for greens for Germany. G'day, Jared. It's good to see people from Germany. Let's have a look. Oh, hey, that compact workstation was awesome. I have a look at getting one. Yeah, I think it's a good little workstation. I didn't know about it. Dell just said, "Hey, we've got a new compact Dell workstation. You want to have a look?" I said, "Yes, let's have a look at it." So that one, for me, that's very similar to the Intel Nook Ghost Cannon. Now, I've meant to get something from Intel for the latest one, which is, what was it called? Something. It will be a Canon thing. I just can't remember what it's called. I did request it and I just forgot what it was called again. But it will be this year's model version of the Nook Pro version, which is probably that 1 liter one. So very similar in size as that Precision 3240, which we just recently did a review. So I think that's good. But I think personally, it'd be nice to see. I think the Intel Nook is just a little tad bigger than this Precision, because I think they can put some different types of card slots in there. Now, I think it's a little bit more configurable in terms of like putting like a gaming card and that stuff. Whereas this Precision 3240, it is specifically quite a small version of those slimline cards. Well, it's not really slimline cards, but the actual height of it's actually got quite a lot of height. Especially that fan has a lot. Actually, that fan does blow quite a bit of air. I would want to see if I can find a tool, measurement tool, to see airflow. That would be kind of cool. I'm not sure if anyone is interested to see what airflow is. I've got to do some research on airflow tools to measure airflow. That would be kind of cool, just to have a look, because I like to know what the airflow out of these graphics cards that comes out of it. I think this one, this is a blower style, so they'll blow outwards as well. How about this one? Yeah, this one will blow out the same way as well too. So this one blow out for the RTX 5000. Now, like I said, I've got the 3080, which has a blower style as well too. So that's going to be interesting to see how the cooling solution on all of those. But I like to see how much air is blowing out. So besides just the noise, I can tell this runs very quiet, even for. But so I'll find out. I haven't even chucked this 3080 card in. I'm going to do this right after the stream, chuck it into the machine, start benchmarking, and see how the scores comparatively. Now, is there anything else? I think that's all really for me. It was just to get you guys updated and have a look. Now, I've got the Latitude 5421. I am editing the video halfway through that, so hopefully they'll get out by the end of this week. And I've got a couple more testing at the moment as well too. So at the moment, I think the one I'm also having a play with at the exact same time is the X1 Yoga Gen 6. It's kind of pretty much the same as last year, just of course with the different processor and also the screen upgrade, which I find is quite nice and annoying. So very similar to the X1 Carbon Gen 9. I think it's done a really good job on that one there for Lenovo anyway. So yes, check out the major hardware on YouTube for airflows of fans. Look at the Fan Showdown series. Okay, will do that. Major hair. Thanks for that tip there, Andy. It's good to know, because I wonder if people are interested in fan flow. I know you would be if you're buying like your fans, but as for graphics cards or even for laptops, something I have noticed that could annoy some people, because especially how where's a laptop? I don't even have one here. I wonder if no, this one doesn't have. Oh no, I remember which one here. I've got behind me now, which is the Latitude 7520 that has a side fan. Now, personally, I like side fans because having the exhaust behind the hinge, I find it's not. I know it looks nicer, but optimally, you kind of get restricted a little bit for the heat. and so that's why I like having the vent on the side. Now, one of the problems about vents on the side is if you've got your computer, if it's docked or something like that, which a lot of the people do have, like docking stations, they have it very close to their computer. Sorry, their keyboard and mouse could be on the side, and they could just be blowing on the hand. So that could be annoying for that as well too, or could be blowing on maybe a coffee. But a coffee would be okay because you can keep that warm for coffee. But you never know; it could be for something else as well too. So yeah. But yeah, so I'll be interested to see if people are interested in airflow from the exhaust. It's something I am looking at putting into my reviews as well too. All right, let's have a look. Okay, all right, let's go on. I have a budget to buy a Rode Flow 13 Supernova Edition with the 98 also Ryzen 9 5980HS 30 gigs one. Yep, that's nice. And the 3080 card. That is a good team. Now I have actually played. I don't know about the Supernova. I'm taking the Supernova version. It just means it's just got the 3080 card in that mobile 3080 card. I would love to test that mobile 3080 card. I think some other people review. I know one of my channels here in Australia that actually did do a review for it. It may have a look. It's Jared Tex, and I think he may have done a review for it for the gaming side of things. And I think it's a great computer. Now, I'm sorry, you've got a second part for this thing. What was that? Works a lot in 3D rendering, free CAD applications, Autodesk Colorist, or recommend another team such as the. So I do know about this Pro Art 16 now. Asus has sent me information about looking at that. I did put my hand up to actually see if I can get that in for review. That Pro Art 16. I don't know about it because I've never had to play with the workstation class of the Asus. So I'm hoping once I'm done with this BR 1100, hopefully that has finally come to Australia, so I can actually get it in my hands to have a play with. Now, as for I don't know, I had only a quick spec, so I can't remember on the top of my head what the specs are for the Pro Art 16. I just know that it's not as beefier than I thought it was going to be. That's from the pictures. I was expecting like, I don't know, it could be a little bit thicker, which is what I'm used to from the Lenovo for the P1 series, as well as the I think it is also the P17s is quite large as well too for thickness wise. Same with the Precision, they're quite thick. So I don't know from the photos from the Pro Art 16, it looks a little bit more thinner. So I am a little worried on the thermals there for especially that should be I'm taking guess that's their flagship. I need to actually have a chat with Asus to learn their lineup in a way. So I will do that. But at the moment, for the time being, for my answer at the moment, from what I know from the X13 Flow with the mobile, I think that will be a fantastic one. That 3080 card, even though it won't be a full-blown 3080 card like from a desktop computer like this one here, it will still, I will like from reading from some of the reviews, because I have watched a few reviews after I did my review on that, especially on the mobile 3080. It still will probably do around about 70% of the speed of these 3080. So that's decent. And the fact that you have like a sort of like a docking station built into it, I think that's fantastic anyway. So I think it's a good, especially if you can get it for a good price and especially delivery anyway. So I would recommend the X13, and because it's also got that discrete graphics, which is that 1650 Ti in there, when you don't have that extra mobile 3080 card, because if you're traveling, you don't really want that 3080 with you, then you can just unhook it and it's still got a discrete graphics, can still run very well. But of course, having the 3080 card is probably when you're on a desk, and then you can start really rendering much bigger models and stuff like that. So I think it's the fact that you can travel with and then disconnect and then do everything you want. So I think it's good. I think it's very good, especially the configuration you're looking at. And like 32 gigs RAM, yeah, that should be fine. Right, that was probably something you start with and then upgrade to 64 gigs as depending on your models that you have in your projects and way. But I think usually 32 gigs is probably should be significant, should be fine for most of the models in a way. So yeah, cool. Oh, sorry. There you go, Andy. I really want a Xeon CPU for that CAD. Yeah, I think you do, but I think that's for stability. But I think you'll be fine. You'll find that that Ryzen 9 5980HS is still very quick. Now, it's not got that certification in the ECC RAM that you could get with the Xeon, which is probably what Andy's probably talking about, to get some ECC RAM just to boost the ability. But if you're just doing it depends. If you're doing professionally at work and stuff like that, then yeah, might really look at the Xeons. But if you're just playing at home or you just got a small business, I think that Xflow 13 would still do fine without the ECC RAM, because it comes down to budget wise as well too. So if you've got the budget for Horizon 9, then go for it. If you got more budget, because the Xeons is going to be more expensive, then go for the Xeons for like much longer term work in a way. That's my thoughts for that one there. So I hope that helps you out. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have to date. And I think I'll just wait for a couple more minutes for more questions. If not, then I'll call it a night, because I'm just go back to the testing of this graphics card. I've got a fair bit to do anyway. So yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so I did see. I haven't actually. I know that Apple's put a event out the start of this morning for here. And I haven't actually had time to watch it. I know a few friends have actually just sent me some messages saying there's a new iPhone, which is kind of what we expected. I think there's a new iPad or something like that, or maybe iPad Mini. I haven't watched it. I haven't looked at the highlights at all. Something I need to do. It's been that busy for me today, but I don't think it was that surprising for what was coming out for the iPhone 13. Sorry, at 13. I think it was just 120 hertz display. We're like, I guess Android's had that for a while, so I'm not like jumping in excitement. They still have a Lightning port. Oh god, I was hoping they were upgraded to like USB-C as just to make things easier. So that would be good. But I think that's maybe a little probably camera bump up. That's what I'm thinking is all that was from the iPhone 13. If there was more, put it in chat because I don't know. Now, as for I'm taking it there might be probably a new processor as well for the iPhone 13 as they usually do. I was hoping they will announce something else along with maybe the Mac, but I guess they'll probably send another event, maybe probably in October or November for the MacBooks, because that's what I'm really want to see, the new MacBooks. Either they will go 14 or new 14, it's rumored, or even the new 16. So that's kind of what I would be more interested. I know a lot of people on phones. For me, I'm out of the ecosystem, so I'm happy to be out of the ecosystem. Not seeing that there's not much changes in the iPhone, but yeah. Okay, let's have a look. True, Dell, the Precision 77 are pricey. They are pricey, but that's their flagship for computer. Now, I like to actually see what the Asus Pro Art 16 Pro. So Pro Art 16 Pro. I guess they wanted to keep using the Pro a lot, but I like to see the price on that one. They probably won't be as crazy, but I don't know. Whoa, actually, I'll have a quick look. I don't know if I've actually got. I was having a look at some of those things, but I didn't think the specs came through for my reviewers about the Pro. What if they can put the Xeon in that one there or not, and also what the graphics cards are in. Well, sorry, the discrete graphics in the Pro Art, if they have any of the quadrille line or not, because that's what the precisions are for. Is they've got the quadrille lines in a way. So, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's about all for tonight. I'm just going to call it because I'm going to go back to testing anyway. So yeah, what's it called? A15 chip. Yep. Okay, cool. A15 chip and the 120. Yeah, I guess. Well, A15 chip probably be a little bit more quicker boost up. I will probably suspect the A15 chip is going to be the new M1X chip as well too. So probably rebadged. That's about it. But hey, we never know. That's. Yeah, actually, I'm wondering if the M1 is one of the rebadged version of the A chip. I have no idea. I haven't even done research about it. It's just a question I'll fly out just to see, because the mobile phone and the Macs are the same thing, run off the same sort of silicon chip. I guess it's coming from the same factory as well too. I haven't known. I'm so uneducated with that. I haven't had time to look at it, but I will soon. So bigger news later on. All right. So yes. But yeah, anyway, I think that's about all I've got for tonight, and I'll definitely catch you guys probably maybe about next week. I might try and get a guest in next week, just like how I did last week. I think we might try. I'll try and see if I can get a guest each week, and maybe I might stream a second night with without a guest. We'll see how that goes. But that's in the pipelines anyway. So if you're interested in hearing more of me stream, then definitely give me a comment below and give me a like as well too. That'd be cool. So yes. All right. Anyway, I'll catch you guys. Have a good day, or have a good night, or have a good afternoon. And I'll definitely catch you guys in the next video, guys. And just remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.